Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily.
I'm Joan of Heart.
And do you want to play a game today? I think that we should play a game.
I'm all for games.
Yes. I've never seen the Saw movies, so that line
That's
is not as
immediately
creepy to me.
that's immediately what I thought. You want to play a game? And I'm like, I don't know, Emily. Yes, of course I do.
I don't do the gorier, scary movies. I prefer them to be more psychological. But
Okay.
this game is going to be a little psychological. I I think I got this idea from the Rumi official channel, but they did it with song lyrics. So what I've decided to do, so what they did on the Joel's Rumi official channel is they took song lyrics and then they kind of fed them through Google Translate. So they translate it from English into another language and from that language into a different one, and it was like a game
Oh
of
no.
lingual telephone. So I asked my husband, like, "Hey, can you look at some just top level pedal descriptions for Old Blood Noise, I think Chase Bliss and
Okay.
Earthquaker, and and then put it through like this weird telephone." And he put it in from English to Dutch to Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, he specified,
Mhm.
Hindi,
Yes.
Japanese, and Haitian Creole, and
Oh
then
no.
back in English. So he said he had fun doing it, so I think we'll have fun playing it. Um, I sent you the slide deck. So here's how we did it,
Yes.
everybody. I will now in post production edit in what these slides look like. So we're gonna go to the first slide together.
Mhm.
You see it has the brand and then the description, and then when we highlight the text, the missing text, we'll have answers, and the next slide will have what the actual product description is that he fed through Google Translate multiple times.
Nice. I'm pretty excited because, like,
Yeah.
I have a great Rolodex of, like, pedals and what they do in their description, but watch I do the worst.
I predict I do very badly at this. So for those watching at home, I will edit it to, have the text on the screen. So, if you're watching on YouTube, you can guess with us that way. You can just pause and put in your
Mhm.
guesses. If you're listening, I will read it out loud. So,
Wonderful.
let's do this.
Let the games begin.
First one is Old Blood Noise Endeavors. 2 years after its first release, Redacted transformed. Pedal Pedal explores the different sounds that can be explained in diffuse circuits from open to accidental spray. With a more friendly package, Blank continues to offer users a unique and versatile set of controls.
Mm.
Accidental spray.
Do I wanna know?
Oh my god. I'm trying to
Mm.
think of like, so this is obviously a V2 or point 0.5 sort of pedal. And for the record, as of now, I don't have their products opened up. I don't really plan on doing that unless I get really stuck. So like I'm just
Oh, we have that
guessing.
landline.
Uh,
Oh, let me think. Um, the accidental spray is what's caught me.
I'm trying to think, is the spray in like does different circuits can be explained in different circuits from open to
Oh
guessing this is a
god.
fuzz. I think that accidental spray has been translated from the word fizz, maybe?
I honestly, I keep leaning towards fault for some reason.
I do too, I'm leaning toward the Fault V2.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
all I could figure that that
Are
maybe it's the fault.
are we locking in the Fault V2? I was thinking it's either that or the Excess, but I think it's the Fault. I think it's a
Okay, okay,
game.
okay. Can you read it one more time?
2 years after its first release, Blank transformed. And it's quite a long blank name. Pedal explores the different sounds that can be explained in diffuse circuits from open to accidental spray With a more friendly package, Blank continues to offer a unique and versatile set of controls. So,
It has to be the fault. Like, I think in
mhm.
a couple years after its release, I'm thinking about, like, the Hunt or the Alpha Hunt or something like that, and I'm just like, "I don't think
I don't
it's"
think
or
it's the
maybe it
haunt.
is. Now I'm starting to fluctuate. Is it the Alpha Hunt? Like
Did the haunt go from like a larger package to a smaller footprint?
That's the only thing that's coming to mind is there's the Hunt, and then there was an Alpha Hunt version, I think. Please don't be wrong. Now I'm jumbling. Um, the XS, I mean, there is the XS and the new form factor. It would have mentioned something like there was a chorus or
Yeah,
the
I would think it would.
fifths.
I think it would talk about like movement.
Yes, a
But just
modulation.
I think accidental spray is probably translated from fizz. So I'm gonna go with the Alpha Haunt V2 because I think that went from a
Okay.
bigger pedal to a smaller pedal.
All right. I guess this is will be the division. I'll go with the fault for this
Okay.
one and
Are
see.
are we are we ready to go to the next slide together?
Yes, yes,
All
we're
right.
going to the next slide.
Alpha Haunt
Oh.
Fuzz.
You see,
Yes.
I should have went
Yes.
with my fucking I told you the answer
Yes.
essentially.
You did.
You're welcome.
You did. And then you were like, "No, I'm wrong, I'm wrong."
No, no, I'm
And
wrong. Yeah,
also
I always do that.
also, it's like that the blank name was so long. Um, 2 years after since no, and so this is a real description. 2 years since its initial release, Alpha Haunt Fuzz gets a makeover. The pedal explores the vast variety of sounds you can coax from one fuzz circuit, from open overdrives to squashed sputters. Oh, accidental spray. What is squashed sputters? Accidental spray? Brady, Seth, Old Blood, you need to read through. You fire copywriters. No, I'm just kidding. Accidental spray. Now in a more pedalboard friendly package, the Alpha Haunt continues to offer users its uniquely versatile control set. See, when it said more friendly, I get my guess is since they don't have a word for pedalboard in these languages, it just cut it out completely.
Yeah, I always do that. I should have went with
It's okay.
my
We have four more.
gut.
We have four more.
Watch the same thing happen.
So that's 1 point for me.
Yep.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh
Um,
god.
Blank Rev joined Big Loyalty Blank in creative manipulation so that the recording could be directed to a new and special location. Synchronize Blank, shine and edit compositions to use instant and convenient editing in 2 channels. Save and return later to continue. This is obviously the blooper, right? Maybe.
Um, I yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it could be the blooper, but I know well,
could be the habit.
was it in 2
No,
channels? Editing in 2 channels, that sounds like a duh also, it's
I
getting
know it
jumbled up in ways that
does.
are, like, recording-wise, synchronize, shine could be linked more sometimes to a reverb
I
and
think it could be
description,
habit.
but I'm trying to think,
The
like,
2 channels
what
sounds like habit, doesn't it?
else?
Because blending 2 channels. For manipulation sounds like modulation, sounds like it could be a blooper or a habit. I don't think it's the mood.
That's what I'm drawn in between, either habit or blooper because they are so similar, but it doesn't say anything as far as, like, time, but I at least I know
Synchronize.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna lean this time probably towards the blooper because
Yeah.
as far as, like, the habit goes, it's, like, 3 minutes and yeah, if it's in collect mode, you can tap it and then pretty much kind of like it's like a pause button when it's in collect mode, but with this, like, with the description amount, there's no way of me to, like, kind of tell between the 2 because they have so much kind of in common. Yeah, I'll go with the blooper this time.
Yeah, I'm thinking the habit, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Uh, the rev, I think, stands for reverse, and doesn't the habit have a well, blooper has
They
reverse too.
both they
Okay,
both do.
okay, joined Big Loyalty. I think that might be, like, joined their the weird family because Habit was the 3rd in these weird, like first we had Mood, then we had Blooper, and then now we have Habit. They're kind of the same family.
Mm.
The saving it for later makes me think blooper. So I think I'm taking a risk going with habit.
Okay. I'll say one more thing, and again,
Okay.
don't quote me on it because I don't know whether the details are right. When it came to blooper, was it Knobs that pretty much was in the kind of work came together with Chase Bliss to do this one?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I think about the whole like joined aspect of it in the dialogue.
Oh. Okay, I think it's probably blooper, but just to have some division, I'm gonna go with habit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, let's go to the. Oh no, gosh, wrong thing. Okay, blooper was correct.
Yes.
But so this document my husband made, if you go back to the slide and just highlight the text to see what he turned into white,
Oh God.
it translated blooper to blupper with a U.
Fluffers. I
Bluppers, Rev
see.
joined Big Loyalty Loops and Creative Manipulation Synchronized Loop. I asked him to remove words like loop, chorus,
Okay.
reverbs, like other words that would be like probably translated pretty cleanly across languages. So that's why that had blanks. So here's what the actual. Let me read once again the jumble. And I'm going to read it with the new words put in.
Yes.
Bluppers Rev joined Big Loyalty Loops and Creative Manipulation so that the recording can be directed to a new and special location. Synchronize, comma, loop, comma, shine, and edit compositions to use instant and convenient editing in 2 channels. Save and return later to continue. Sure, yeah. Those are certainly words. And what's the funniest to me is like this translation is nothing like the first one. I don't think it's close.
No.
The dream of Blooper was to merge high fidelity looping with creative manipulation. Blank joined Big Loyalty Knobs and what that's no those are what the dream of Blooper was to merge high fidelity looping with creative manipulation, allowing you to steer recordings to new and extraordinary places. Sync, loop, and layer, and then edit your creation with 2 channels of immediate hands-on modifiers. Save, come back later, and keep going. Save and return later to continue.
It was like, yeah, press enter and return to
It got sync into synchronize. That's actually
I'm
impressive. It took the short word and made it the longer word.
yeah.
So layer got turned into shine. Oh
Yeah,
man.
this pretty much did the telephone completely did not end up where it started in
No,
this
that was a good
dialogue.
one. That was I think that might be the one that Rick was laughing at last night when
Yeah,
he was
it
doing it.
probably was. Like I've been trying to contain my laughter the whole time.
Don't contain it. Whatever. Oh my gosh. So the next one's earthquake. Are you ready for the next one?
Oh no. Okay, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
A parish is an blank, so that's a hint, whose set features are usually reserved for studio level units, fabricated with high quality components and internally powered by 18 volt. The Life has many advantages and support on valves with complete control over crime. Complete control over crime with a C, release, holding, and reporting. Parish allows everything from heavy duty to subtle, quote, bad press and quick attacks and releases. What?
Okay, I'm trying to think. Is the warden the compressor?
That's the optical compressor.
Okay, I'm going with the warden then because I know it's the attack and release and crime warden. Like, yeah, that
Yeah,
has to
it's
be.
obviously the
Yeah,
warden.
it's obvious. Yeah,
I want to know what it translated is
Bec-
Anne blank. I want to know what I'm excited to find out what that
all
word was.
right.
Who's
Yeah, the reason why I'm in between, I was in between originally when we were getting to the first half of this paragraph with 18 both, because then I was thinking about the tone job, which is the EQ, because the headroom thing.
Mm.
But yeah, it makes sense with this. The rest of the paragraph came in. I was like, yeah, this has to be the warden as a compressor.
Yes. That was a pretty obvious one, and
Yes.
though my husband also majored in music business, I don't think he realized how attack and release would be kind of giveaways. He wasn't in studio production, okay, guys.
I mean, for me, for quite a few years, I didn't really understand kinda how it
Yeah.
worked either, and then, of course, once I got the Empress compressor MK2, the
Oh,
way they have it laid out and everything, I and read the manual because typically I'm more of a gamer kid and I don't read manuals. I just go play the game. In this instance, I'm like, "You know what? I finally wanna understand compressor," and then when I read it, I'm like, "Okay, I understand a little bit more now." Yeah.
yeah. So the parish is an optical compressor. So I guess that warden is getting translated to parish for some
Mm.
reason. That's interesting. The Warden is an optical compressor with a feature set usually reserved for studio grade units. That was pretty
Mm.
cleanly translated.
Yep. That
Built
was.
with high grade components and internally powered by 18 volts, the Warden, and this time it translated to the Life. So it's weird how the same word is getting translated differently. Has loads of gain, has has loads of gain and sustain on tap. That was translated to the Life has many advantages and support on valves. The Warden
Yeah.
has loads of gain and sustain on tap.
Yeah, like sometimes when you see certain words translate exactly how it was in English, I also take into consideration that possibly the language doesn't have some kind of replacement for that word. So that's it just keeps
Yeah.
the English.
Yeah. Valves and taps are the same thing, usually, unless you're
Hmm.
talking about tubes. Loads of gain. Gain is an advantage. That's fun. With complete control over attack, release, sustain, and ratio. With complete control over crime, release, holding, and reporting.
Crimes. Be goose, do crimes.
Attack got translated to crime. So we were thinking warden because of the word crime.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking the word crime was going to the word attack.
No,
The
I would say what when once we got to the release holding and that kind of thing, that was more. I mean, obviously, crime too helped with
yeah.
that. But yeah, once it started to talk about the release holding, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a compressor.
Yeah, I think my second favorite is, and the jumble, it was called, quote, "bad press," and that's in parentheses, as in quotation marks. That was barely there, bad press, barely
Bad
there.
press.
Barely there, bad press.
Barely there.
Okay, that one I've just been perplexed by that one a little bit. I mean,
I love,
that was
I love that.
that was weirdly the easiest one, but also I think had some of the funniest
It
translations.
was, yeah.
Alright. We're at 4 out of 5. I wish I'd made him do more of these. We can play this game again.
No, we could. We could in real time. Just go on and
Yeah.
shuffle them up.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Old Blood Noise is the brand. So,
Mhm.
construction effects around the flame base, from blank to blank changes to highly vivid metal sounds to late GAL, like delays to recognizable blank swashes, blank to elicit movements of your sound wherever you are in the signal path. This is the excess, right?
Yeah, I'm just going with the excess. As soon as, like, I saw, like, as far as, like, middle sounds to, like, delays, I'm like, "Yeah, that's XSV2 because it has, like, 3 different, like, modes, and it would include all in one pedal. So, yeah,
Yeah.
XSV2.
Metal would be the fuzz on it. The
Yeah, the
delays,
clipping distortion, yeah.
yeah, the delays are the delays. The
Mhm.
swashes,
Wash.
SHWASHES. Why am I good at reading, but I literally can't spell a word out loud when I'm looking at the letters?
Your brain is like, "No, do not go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200."
So the swashes is obviously the chorus sound.
Yeah, it's with
Movements
an
is chorus.
SH. It's not like swatches, it's swashes, like swashbuckling.
Swashbucklers.
Schwabba.
I think next time I have Rick do this, I'll be like, pick from these 3 brands, but don't tell us which brand it is. Because that would have been a little bit harder if we had to be like, is
Oh
this
my
Old
god, that
Blood
would
or
no, with
Quaker?
how many brands there'd be
No, no.
no
I'd be
way.
like, like pick between 3 and they're all from those 3.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I think that could work. Bitch, we were wrong.
What?
It's the Flatlight Flanger?
Okay.
I
Okay, in my defense, I've
no!
never owned that pedal,
I haven't
so
either.
I haven't.
Oh my god. We're
Wow.
still tied though, because we both were
Okay,
like,
okay,
this is
okay.
obviously the excess.
My pedal effects nerd card has not been taken yet.
Oh my god. I am fucking floored by that.
I
Oh
am
my
surprised
god.
too. I would have thought it was, but okay,
Okay,
metallic
look at
sounds.
us being all cocky, like, "Oh, this game is too
Yeah,
easy
no,
now."
I got this. Yeah, that's where we went wrong. We went cocky into that one, and
Oh,
here it is with like metallic sounds, and I was
because we
like,
got the word for that.
yeah, that's
Oh
why we
my
got the
god.
words so quick, and then it was like, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, no.
Oh my god. So, I'm gonna unhide the hidden words.
Oh
He
my
and there's what they said,
god.
construction effects around the flame base. It's the throwaway
What?
sentence. From flangers to pitch changes to highly vivid metallic sounds to late
Oh.
GAL like delays to recognizable swashes, flat lights to elicit movements in your sound wherever you are in the signal
The
path.
flat lights would have given it away, hands down.
So
Yeah,
was
that's
the
why
word
he
flanger. I can't believe that translated so cleanly.
wow.
Um,
Flame base, that's where I should have got it. The
oh,
flame, flange, flame, I should have got it there.
building
Uh,
effects around a foundation of flanging. That's the first line. Construction effects around the flame base. I always want to share this as construction effects around the flame base now. Um, from from pitch shifting flanger to highly resonant metallic sounds to reverb like delays and recognizable swooshes, not
Oh.
swashes, swooshes. I mean, that was just that's the same
I
word,
now
but
I
still,
now
it's
and
funny.
think and now in thinking about it with, like, the metallic sound, like, sometimes that I don't know if everyone knows we have that kind of like, you have this, like,
Yeah, that's a
metallic in
resonance.
between.
The
Yeah, the
resonance.
resonance, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's would have been a giveaway about that."
The flat
Mentioning that
yeah.
half of the metallic, I was like, "Oh, that would have given it
That would have
away."
definitely made us think. The flat light will induce motion
This
to
was a
your
good one.
sound
Yeah.
no matter where it sits in your signal path. Flat lights to elicit movement in your sound wherever you are in the signal path. The weird thing is that was like other than the first line, that was and G8 gal like instead of reverb like, which is I think a really funny translation.
Mm,
This was not that bad and we still didn't fucking get it.
no. Well, I mean, to its credit, it still is a little hard because Old Blood Noise Endeavors has a lot of unique and weird modulation pedals that can do so many things and some even similar to some of what the others can do. Like they have similar across the uh brand pedals that can do similar things and they only just got rid of the reflector and I think probably to
Oh, I have
introduce
one of those.
something yeah, like the chorus, yeah.
I just got this one.
Oh, you got the rainbow one? Oh, I kinda wanted that, but I was just like, "No, I don't have the ability to do it right now," but I love that one, yeah, I thought that was a great colorway, they do lovely colorways. The recent Maw colorway, which are like the blue and the pink, and I was just like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
wish I had that one," but it's fine, I mean, the one I have is what I did the demo, and if I ever bring them back, I kind of need the pedal to do that.
Yeah. Before we do the last one,
Mm.
let's take this opportunity to say if you like this podcast, if you like this episode one, let us know if you're enjoying the game in the comments, in the live chat. You're in the live chat. If you're not in the premiere chat, maybe it's because you don't get notifications. So make sure you subscribe
Yeah.
and ask for notifications so you can play these games in real time with us and our supremely lovely weekly chat. Some great folk in there. We always have a lot of fun
Yeah.
in the chat. We also have a did I mention the Patreon? No, I didn't. Patreon at patreon.com/get offset for as little as $5 a month. You can get access to our exclusive Discord server. And I'll be honest, if anyone from the Discord is interested in like putting this kind of a deck together for a future game,
Oh my god,
I'd be
yes.
down. So
Yes, like the Discord pretty much members getting together and putting together kind of a secret slides of like, "Hey, let's
yes.
see if we can mess with them and see if they get this." That would be great.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, and we also have merch at getallsetpodcast.com/shop, including a shirt with my
Uh-huh.
face on it,
Yeah,
which somebody bought another one.
oh, no.
I think Jason did.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, no,
Now
I love that. There's
there
2
are
in the
3 of us.
wild.
There are
3?
3, 3,
3?
you know? 3 people.
Nice. You were like a traveling pants. Like you like this t-shirt is just traveling around.
I cannot wait until someone's going through Goodwill at some point in the future and finds that
No.
shirt. It's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Emily fucking Harris. I
Well, I mean, if they do their research and they're a deep diver, they'll end up here. So great job in advertisement.
Yes. In 50 years, uh,
Yes.
I'll be, like, in a nursing home. "What was that? That's me on that shirt." Alright. Man, I can't believe we didn't get that flanger. But speaking of flanger, I got something new. The
Mm,
new Ranger Effects Flanger X.
awesome.
So, I am excited. I like all of this. I've
I
tried, like,
love
3 of their mini pedal, um 3 of their mini pedals I've tried, and each one I just think is quite brilliant. So yeah, very excited
I
to try
Yeah,
some
I'm
out.
excited to see what you do with it too. Cause again, like, of the small, mini, enclosures that I've noticing they've been making, at least for the demo so far, I haven't owned them yet, but, the, Echo, at least that gated delay is the one that, like, is on my list to, like, eventually get because I love that kind of effect of, like, playing and then suddenly stopping and the delay stops with you, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a cool effect."
Yeah, I had a
But
lot of
I've
fun
been
filming that demo,
Oh, I
like,
bet.
when you're playing and you're letting it and we have the gate on, it
Hmm.
like, if you have it set right, it'll just kinda sound like a telephone hanging up, and I think
Oh,
that's
that's
really
cool.
cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been surprised at least from what I heard because again, so far my experience with like mini pedals is, I have a more slow engine, which is like an auto swell pedal where it cuts off your attack and then volume swells like the rest of the chord or note. And it does the job so much better than like some of my other pedals, like the Avalanche Run and the Big Sky is obviously the smoothness and the quickness of cutting off that attack, but it is a little noisy. So it's kind of like I've heard things about smaller pedals being a little noisy, but so far, like in what I'm hearing, these aren't at all.
No, I don't think that's necessarily a given for mini
Mm,
pedals. I would just suspect that often mini pedals are made with cheaper,
of
surface
course,
board
yeah.
components instead of through components. So, I would think that maybe that has something to do with it.
Probably.
As someone who doesn't know shit about dick, as they say, I uh, I don't know, but I would suspect that. I think that one thing that is hard to get past for the Ranger Effect stuff is that people see a mini pedal and they expect it to be like 50 to $75.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they look at this one like it's 200 bucks. I'm like, honestly, I don't know why people aren't interested in paying a premium for a smaller pedal. As people have a lot of things on their board. This has um top mounted jacks. It has expression control. It has a lot going on and it's very unique. I'm like, yeah, I think that every Ranger FX pedal I've played in the mini series, I think it's worth like the 230 bucks it costs.
I mean,
And like,
just
yeah.
just the top jacks alone. I mean, everyone wants these top jacks, and then suddenly, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that they're appropriately priced, but I do understand people have
Yeah.
essentially the market's been trained by like Amazon Basics to think that a small pedal
Mm,
should be and Donner and
of course.
Colleen and
Yeah.
Azure to think that these should be really, really
The Azor,
inexpensive.
especially. Yeah. I get you.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work for a hot sauce company and we hired some agency to help us with like some branding exercises
Hmm.
and like they kept saying like they wanted to do like abandoned cart coupons, which were really popular for a long time. But what those fucking do is they train your customers to add something to their cart and then go away from it because they know they're going to get a 20% off coupon. Do you want to train your customers to do that?
I
No.
I I I admit I've done that.
I've done it.
Yeah.
You know what? I try it even
Yeah.
like I rarely buy things the first time I go to a site because I've been
Mm.
trained that if I wait, maybe I'll get that abandoned cart email and it'll come with like
Yep.
10 to 15, 20% off.
"Hey, you still have something in your cart. Do you want to, with this 15% off, wanna complete your selection and check out? Why, yes, I do, random email, thank you."
My favorite is did you forget something?
Yeah, that one, yeah. "Did you
Like,
forget something?" I was like but if I'm not,
yeah.
like, offered, like, some kinda discount, I was like, "No." No, I
No,
didn't.
I didn't. And worst case scenario, I come back a couple days and I buy it at full price, but I always do it just to try it,
Yeah.
unless it's already a sale.
If I need it, then yes. I was like, "Ah, I guess I have to."
Yeah. Have you ever, like, emailed a company and you're like, "I know you're not running a sale, but can I have a coupon?"
No, I have not done it, but I should now that
Yeah,
you
I mean,
mention it.
it's like, does it hurt to ask?
Yeah, no.
If it works 10% of the time, that's really good numbers, I think.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I mean, I tried that, I think, with my Sweetwater rep, like,
Oh,
recently, and
yeah.
one of the times that I actually got him on the phone, I was just like, "So, I'm not like a big channel or anything, and I know you guys usually do that for those type of things, but do you have a discount of any sort?" And he's like, "Well, let me get back to you on that." And yeah, he was able to help me and work a
Alright.
little bit of a discount, so I appreciate him for that. But yeah, I was like, "Hey, you miss 100% of shots you don't take," and it's
Wayne
true.
Gretzky, Michael Scott. That's a great point,
Mhm.
and, I feel like it doesn't usually hurt to ask as long as you take
No,
no
I
for
mean,
the
it doesn't
answer.
hurt. Worst case anybody can tell you is no, fuck off. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, and they'll probably be nice about it. They'll probably
They
say,
will, they
"Yeah."
will.
If they can start getting asked a lot, they might stop being so
Yeah,
nice
getting
about it.
annoying, yeah, yeah.
It's like, I like them I'm gonna go to the Mr. Black website. Mr.
I
Black,
like Mr. Black.
Puddles. He's got a really funny something about let me see if I
Hmm.
can find it. I don't wanna give it away
I
yet.
usually like their black if you get on the
You.
blacklist for their, like, sign up thing and the B stock and stuff like that, yeah, you kind of get a little bit more of a better price sometimes on certain things. Blemish is just pretty much the pedal works fine. It's just basically maybe, like, some little, defect in the paint or something, but yeah, I have a few defects from them, but they still work amazing. I love his stuff.
So I like this sassiness from Mr.
Yeah.
Black, and it is
Oh,
preventing me from
he's
ever reaching
known for
out.
that. Yeah, I've read his stuff.
How about endorsements? Hell yeah, we do endorsements. You endorse us with a financial quote donation equal to the cost of the product you wish to endorse, and we'll endorse you with a product. Endorsement forms can be found by clicking the add to cart buttons on the product page. Well, I'd like to make a pedal demo for you. Killer man, we love demo videos, especially when they feature our products. Please read on if you are a serious YouTube personality with an established channel and a good size following. Minimum 60,000 active channel subscribers, regularly publish guitar effect related content,
Oh,
average at least
don't meet that
5,000 views
requirement.
per video within its first week of publication. We may be interested to working with you, and we'd love to see your metrics and hear what you're thinking. If you aren't quite there yet, we highly encourage you to continue building your channel by purchasing a pedal, making a video or two. I'm like, that's really a lot of
That that
subscribers
that
and views.
that is, and even the way you were reading it, I felt like at some point you were gonna go into, "And if this is what's happening, you may be entitled to a compensation."
Yeah, I'm good at that. What about a discount? Ah, discounts. Everybody wants them. The best way to keep up with the keeping ups and ups is to join our email list. You will be rubbing shoulders
The
and elbows with the
blacklist, yeah.
dignified and proud, and you'll also be the first to know about exclusive
Mhm.
deals, offers, and promos. It's a good thing, really. Oh yeah, it's free too. How's that for a discount? Also, discounts are never retroactive, ever. Yeah,
Yeah, I love
this
that
this this whole
sassiness.
this whole
Yeah.
FAQ, my pedal doesn't work. Is it defective? Well, it's possible something happened during shipping, and it's highly unlikely that there's anything wrong with your pedal. Okay. He's he's just being blunt. Can't fault it, but also
No.
you gotta know then that like when I see that I do feel like, then I if this is how they're acting, I'm kind of I think as a customer it does a weird thing to my
Hmm.
like, not trust, but just like, if it is broken, are they gonna be dicks about it? But
At least in one of my discords, someone had an issue with one of their, I think, super moons that they had received. And when they reached out to customer service, they were able to resolve it and
right?
get a different one. So, yeah, as far as customer service, from what I've heard, at least from someone that has gone through it, it's been okay.
Mhm. I
Hmm.
think I'm just so burned by all the stories I've read from Full Tone.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was always a dick when you said, "My pedal's broken." He
Yeah,
was
I
not even
remember.
he was not even, like, nice about it, he was just straight up mean. Yeah, so anything new with you, what you wanna talk about before we
Um,
dive
I
into
mean,
the
as far
last one?
as yeah, the last one. I guess as far as anything new with me, as if we're talking, I just finished with do finish the animation as far as the animating of the character part. So all that remains at this point, as I, in my free time, record myself recording my parts, and then the house band, and then we're editing it all together to then release. I know it's been a long time in waiting, but life, holidays, things get in the way, and I still have construction that may at some point come in as far as my windows with their, I think, middle of the month probably coming in here, and sealing and finish that off. It's still kind of tarped in here. And that's mostly why the last two demos have been a little bit delayed, because of all the noise and construction that's outside during the day. So even if I'm not working on client work and I have the time to work on it during the day with that kind of noise and recording, like, either my voice or a character or anything like that, it's like impossible. So
Yeah.
at least the animation half is essentially done. I'll move on to the other stuff. And the other thing that came in is I finally pulled the trigger in selling one of my other pedals in getting a Strymon Flint. So I was really
Nice.
excited about that because over the years I've tried to rent from Pedal Genie, to rent it to try, because originally I didn't really like tremolo at all because my AC-15, I just didn't like the way tremolo sounds. So I thought, maybe tremolo isn't my kind of like effect. But then once I tried the Mass Effects in the beta testing, I was like, "Oh, I like harmonic tremolo. Maybe the Flint may be something I may try." And well, this, a couple weeks ago, I'm like, "You know what? I just sold my XSV2 to one of my closest friends. He's happy. I know it went to a good home. You know what? Maybe this is the time to finally try the Flint." And I know everyone's been talking about the 80s reverb and how it is one of some people's classic staple sounds. Never leave their board.
Mm.
It's only rented, always rented out, and I couldn't rent it. So I understand that now. I tried it a couple nights ago finally. And yeah, I totally understand the hype. I'm totally in love, and I was just losing track of time. And when you get a pedal and you lose track of time and you start to only think about, oh, I want to play that pedal again. Yeah, it's kind of a situation where you do like an effect. And I would say when someone says, "Oh, I don't like Phaser," or "I don't like this," I don't really think that's the case. I really do think that maybe you haven't found the right one yet that does a
Yep.
certain thing for you. So, because I've found myself over the years changing in the ways that I look at, tremolo. Obviously, I'm on board with that now. Fuzz, I've been really particular about the types of fuzz that I like. And then recently, certain people have either lent me some pedals, some friends, and I've been brought around to like, the Black Mass, which is a really nice like fuzz, like kind of like a muff. And then also the Black Mass 1312 that James lent me. And that actually just kicked my 1981 DRV off the board. And that's been my staple for years. And I'm just like, what are you doing to me? You're corrupting me. Stop it.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's kind of the stuff between finding little windows to work on this. The mouth was the most arduous part, always is in these demos. That took about 30 hours. This and the remaining, the eyes and the body movement, I would say those ones took about maybe 6 hours. So a total of 36 for animation. Now it's just me whenever I find time. But yeah, I am hoping to have this done this month or before NAMM, but we'll see. Life finds a way to, So that's why everyone asked me
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what is it done yet? Is it gonna be done?" I was like, anytime I give any date or anything like that, like I get jinxed. So I was like, "It'll be done when it's done. Trust me. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
do my best, in the time that I
Eh,
have."
my feeling is that unless you have like a hard deadline because of the premiere or
Yeah.
launch, then don't be too hard on yourself about things. But I like your point about trying out different
Yeah.
versions of any effect, because every effect out there, it has so many flavors. You might think tremolo
Yeah.
is tremolo, but that's just not true. There's
No,
so many
I
different
was
kinds of
wrong.
tremolo,
Yeah.
so many different kinds of tremolo, so many different kinds of reverb,
Mhm.
overdrive,
Oh god,
fuzz.
reverb, yes.
There there isn't really an effect for the most part where there's just like, that's it, that's what it always sounds like within those bigger families. So,
No, I
oh,
I definitely agree with you, and even, like, in the Flint, I thought, "Oh, harmonic tremolo was, what I like because of Mass Effect's The Expanse." I
mhm,
was like, "Oh, I really love that." But then I was finding when I was playing it, I am mostly on the 63 tube or the 65 photo. I am actually barely on the harmonic trem, like,
mhm,
switch on the Flint, and I was also thinking, "Well, I guess I'll put them side by side and see which one I'm keeping at this point." But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good exploration of different effects, styles of effects because yeah, as much as like, oh, I'm not a flanger person or not a phaser, and I was like, I mean, I'm a living example at this point of you just may not have found the one that's right for you yet and what you do with your music and what you'd use it for. So don't rule something out completely. Be open to experiments. I mean, there's rental programs if you're kind of unsure. I've used rental programs like, Pedal Genie, not indoors, kind of talking, in ways of just trying out effects pedals in a way that, you're like, "Fuck, like, it just doesn't work. I gotta sell it now." Like, and at least you're able to try it and switch to something else until maybe you may
Mhm.
find a type of tremolo or phase or a flanger that, hey, you may like.
Yeah, for sure, and, if Pedal Genie is watching, we do have, sponsorships
Yes.
available. Cool. Alright, well, let's go ahead and, get to the last one,
Mhm.
and, this is Chase
Alright.
Bliss. Blank is a big mix. It combines one channel of the natural
Mm.
algorithm and another including in real fields. It can be curling, dripping, and blooming, such as folding, hanging, whistling, or travel, or both. 33 different ways to mix, match, and create space.
Oh, why do I feel like
Creating
this
space
is
is a reverb. Create space feels very reverby. So I wanna say it's the CSX one that they did with Maris. That's my guess.
Yeah, I wanna say that too, but I'm also getting, like, tied up in, like, possibly, like, the preamp, like, okay.
Dripping, dripping, dripping reverb though.
Dripping reverb,
That's
yeah.
and
The
yeah.
CXM.
Create
Yeah.
space, that's literally what reverb does.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I think it's
So,
either that or it's the
Dark World.
I was gonna say
Mm.
tonal recall maybe,
Oh, maybe. I haven't had the
but
tonal
33
recall, yeah.
ways.
33, maybe presets, like, that's yeah, I mean, channels, a mix. Yeah,
I
because
mean,
there
it
is
could
kind of a
be
way to sculpt the reverb with that big CXM.
but there's also these. There's 16
The
of
dip switch,
those
yeah.
times 2 is 32.
But still,
Um,
blooming is associated with reverb because even with my, Strymon Big Sky, there is a preset for bloom, so I think it's still
mhm.
a reverb for sure. Dripping, reverb, wet mix, like, that's yeah, I do agree with you. I think it probably is the CXM reverb. And 33 ways to mix is probably ways you can save presets or different ways, I guess, the little sliders can go to different presets. Maybe it has that amount and styles in that one. I don't own one, so I'm kind of guessing from the limited experience that I have in looking at you yeah, okay, so you had the advantage in this one.
So the buttons are jump, off, 0, 5. Oh gosh, only a little dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 ways to oh, that's more that'd be more than 33 combinations though. And I would think so it definitely has wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the number of presets, it's this.
Yeah, it has to
I
be.
think this has 3 banks, and each one
Yeah.
has 11.
No,
Um,
again, and also from the rest of the description, from what like I'm looking at, again, blooming gives it away. And of course, I've watched some videos, at least in February, about the preamp, and it would talk about fuzz or it would talk about some other clippings and stuff like that if it was their preamp. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go with you in the fact that it's the CXM and that yeah, the reverb.
Is bloom always reverb?
To
Bloom
me, I think about
Note bloom is measured by the time required for the guitar to resonate sympathetically with the vibration of the
resonate.
string. So I mean, I
It's
still think it's
still
reverb. I
Yeah,
still
it's
think
still
it's
reverb to me. Yeah, and even of course with the Big
I still think
Sky having
it's
a balloon function, it has to be.
still think it's a CXM
Yeah, it has to
1978.
be.
Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's the Dark World.
Fuck.
Dark World is a reverb blender. Dark
Ah!
World is a big mix.
I even
Mhm.
said that it possibly could be either or, either Dark World or that. God damn it, I did it again.
We tied though. We were both wrong. We
All
were
right,
wrong. We
we're
were
tied.
wrong.
All
Uh,
right.
it's I'm just sorry. Is a big mix is a reverb blender. It
But
combines
the
one channel.
parallel. The parallel.
Shit, we should have known because that was the one that had digital and oh my god.
Analog.
It combines one channel of natural
Just throw
algos
this earplug across the room.
with another made up of surreal atmospheres.
Damn it.
And then it can be curling, dripping, and blooming. You can billow, drip, and bloom just like reverb should,
You
or
know.
folding, hanging, whistling, or travel, or hang, sizzle, and oscillate just like
You
a
know what?
can, or
If
both.
I had the option of like a dial or a phone in, I would have asked Joe because I know Joe has a dark world, and I was like, I could have asked him.
Heisey?
Oh my
Joe
god.
who?
Last name's not so. At least in our Discord,
Oh,
Joe.
Heisey,
Yeah.
I think. I'm really sorry, Joe, if that is not your actual last name. I think it is. I am having serious self doubt right now.
No.
Let me see. Oh my god, does just say Joe. Whoops. I'm pretty sure that's it. Joe, I'm sorry for having doubt.
Joe, you know who you are. You
You
know
know
what
who
I'm
you are.
talking
You know who
about
you
you
are.
when I say the dark world. You know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember your last
So
name.
I'm gonna once again, I'm going to read the original and then I'm going
Yes.
to read actually I'm gonna read the jumble and then the original. Do you want me to do it sentence by sentence or all at once? I've been kind
Uh,
of
you can
rotating.
kind of do a thing where you're like
Oh,
reading the original line and then reading what it
right.
actually was.
Dark World is a big mix versus Dark World is a reverb blender. It combines one channel of the natural algorithm and another including the real fields. It combines one channel of natural algorithms with another made up of surreal atmospheres. Okay. It can be
Hmm.
curling, dripping, and blooming, such as folding, hanging, whistle, or travel. You can billow, drip, and bloom, just like a reverb should, or hang, sizzle, and oscillate, just like it can't. Or both. That's the same in both
Hmm.
descriptions. 33 different ways to mix, match, and create space. 33 distinct ways to mix, match, and make space.
If hold on, let me look back for a second.
Oh my
Doesn't have
god.
okay. It doesn't have the oscillate, but I swear if the oscillate pretty much translated in both of them, that would have totally thrown me off and I would have thought a delay as far as
Yeah.
like if oscillate was there and I was like, yeah, it's a delay. And then I would have gone total recall. Total recall. But yeah, like as far as reading this description, it still is a reverb, but god damn it, I should have went with my I should have went with like because I know as far as even in their like smaller form factor pedals, like you think Therme or Habit or like, Gen Loss and things like that, there is always like some like amount of presets or ways in which that you can kind of mix and match, like either with the dip switches or anything in which ways that you can use these pedals more than just their basic functions.
Yeah. Eh,
Oh, damn it.
yeah.
I mean,
That
that
was
one's gonna
another
keep me up
one.
at night.
Oh my god. So, or both. Yeah, this also it always surprises me in these when just like entire lines will be left out,
Yeah.
just like a reverb should, and just like it can't. Were both xed out of the translation.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that wouldn't be. That seems like it'd be very easily translatable. So thank you all for playing at home. Again, these pedals were the Old Blood Noise Alpha Haunt Fuzz, the Chase Bliss Blooper, Earthquakers, Warden Optical Compressor, Old Blood Noise, Flat Light Flanger, and the Chase Bliss Dark World. That was really fun. You know, that was
Yeah,
actually a
that
lot
was.
harder than I thought. Like we got so cocky and we got what,
I
3
know.
each? So I
Well,
got
it's okay. I mean, we're both on the level. You know, I
yeah.
I, I actually feel better about that.
Yeah, I got 1 and 2 and we both got 3
Hmm.
and then we didn't get 4 or 5. Oh, I think
Uh,
I won. Wait,
which?
wait, 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 wait. Did
Wait, you didn't
wait, no, no,
tell
no, no,
me.
no. Which one did you get that I didn't get?
I think the one that maybe well, I got the
Which did I not
warden.
pick? I didn't pick the blooper, that's right. I
You didn't
thought it
put
was
the
I still
blooper.
had
Yeah, you put the
yeah,
habit. Yeah.
the blupper.
Blooper.
So we actually we
We
tied
tied. We
with
tied.
3 each.
We'll call
3
it a
each.
draw as
Call
Monty
it
Python Black Knight. We'll call it a draw.
yes. Well, that was man, we got so cocky and then we missed the last 2 completely.
Well,
God.
every time that I was just like, all right, yeah, like, I know what this is. This could be this. Like, every time I was like, well, I don't know. It could be this. It could be that. Like, that's more of the weighing of things it possibly could be. And I think
Mhm.
every time that I was second guessing myself, I should have gone with my first choice because, again, I did mention in both instances the correct answer, but I went with the other one. Either I was influenced by you or I was pretty much convinced out of it by my internal dialogue that was probably leading me astray as usual.
Definitely was. That was so fun.
I love that. Thank you. That was really
Yes.
actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Big thanks to my husband,
Thank
Richard.
you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. That was really nice to do. And if you enjoyed this game, let us know. If you want to participate, join the Discord server. That means joining our Patreon at $5 a month. I think
Yes.
we might toss this to the Patreon supporters next
I
because
yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot of
I,
fun.
I think they're gonna really have fun with that. And they're gonna make it
I
really
think
hard.
they're gonna get pretty evil with it.
I think they're gonna put through even more non-Latin languages. Like I told Rick, I'm like,
Oh my god.
don't put it from like English to German to French to Italian to
No,
Spanish because those are
I
all very similar languages.
yeah, I definitely think if Philip gets involved, it's going to
Oh my god.
definitely be, like, put through the ringer of like, "Oh, I know how I can get them."
For sure. Yeah, so everybody out there, stay safe and thanks for watching.
Yeah, no, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you, obviously, for listening, giving your time to do so, and we appreciate you and all the ways that you are part of this community.
Until next time, my name is Emily.
I'm Joan of Heart.
Goodbye.
Be seeing you.